Alrighty, so next step, first step, obviously is here's what I'm using. I'm using that 60 millimeter MDF. I have a twig, which I got outside, just a random twig. I'm not worried if it has lots of branches or angles or whatever. All I want to make sure is when I cut it out here, I want this bottom part, I'm using a pair of clippers, the bottom part to be flat because I need to cut it down. I'm going to save this little piece here in a second. So here's this weird piece. You know what? We're just going to do something like this and something like this. Just to make it quick and easy, we're going to do three trunks. You can do 4, you can do 5, you can do 7, however many you want to. I'm using regular super glue. It's Loctite liquid. It glues pretty fast. The nice thing about using MDF as well for the base is that when you use it, it soaks in a little bit. It dries pretty quick. So I'm going to hold this here for 10, 15 seconds. You can kind of see I just did this one before. This is just about dry. Doing the same thing. That's fairly straight as well. But really, you hold it 10, 15 seconds, boom, there you go. Is this going to be the most durable thing in the world? Well, this one is dry, and I've based, and you can see it shakes pretty well. It holds up pretty well. So let's get a couple more in there. I'm not worried about having tons of branches, like I said. And when I first started out, I'm like, oh, I got to find stuff that's got little branches, little this. Nah, don't need to. But what I do want to do is this. If you can see, it kind of branches over this way. So I want this part that kind of branches to the opposite side. We're going to stick that over this way. So we're making the, if I'm saying this right, the bough of the tree, if you will, of the bow of the tree. So it's going to spread out a little bit more. Roughly, there's no set way to do this between high or low or height or size or however you want to do it. I'm going to take this little piece that I cut off before. See how this is wobbling a little bit? I'm going to drop that onto right up next to it. Like, if you can just see that. The little piece cut off, that's simply going to help it hold on and dry a little bit quicker, as well as give it a little more things to bounce up against. We'll do one more here. Let's do, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to go, we'll make this one be kind of a little bit shorter. Now, this part branches that way, this part branches towards me. So I'm going to take this one, which has that little bit of a lean. I want this to kind of branch the other way. So it's going to kind of stick out a little bit on the opposite way. So it spreads it out a little bit more. So we're, like I said, hold this for 10, 15 seconds. We should be good to go. Once that's dry, we're going to move on. And I let it go. Boom, it's dry. It's dry enough that it's going to hold it. If I try to pick it up right now, it's going to break. I'm going to let that sit for 10, 15 minutes just to make sure it really soaks in there. All right, next step, basting.